Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. For those of you that are maybe new to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that this is not a situation where I've already recorded my trading and now I'm coming back and doing a voiceover or some sort of post commentary. Nothing like that. I'm recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time. So if you want raw emotions, raw thoughts, raw reactions, you will get that with this video. If you want a nicely edited video, a nicely scripted video, you will not get this with the video. But if you want just the nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then you will definitely get that with the video here. So what I plan on watching out of the opening gates is ticker symbol SFIX. If you're not familiar with my screen, there it is. And good amount of volume, up 40%, which is good, which is crazy for a stock that this is, up in the $50 range. I mean, if it's a $2 stock, okay, I mean 40% is still big, but not as impressive as when it's up in the $50 range. So we're going to be watching that. Market opens up here in less than 1 minute, so I will keep you updated. Right, have an order to get short. Nice. Got 500 shares right now of SFIX. Would like more than this. But first want to see what it wants to do here. Just scaling into the position here. So what is that? 53.25. It looks like it wants to break down through there. I missed that one. $53 actually looks like the key breakdown point. Okay, got the break of 53. Now this range really just tightening up here on me. So yeah, if this thing comes back down to 53, I'm going to add. Okay, dropping. Again, want to see it at 53. That would imply a failed bounce there. In there at 53.05. See if we can get some more push to the downside here. 52.70 though. There we go. Okay, still have 200 left. Have 100 left. I'd like to see if this thing can get down below 52. Okay, gonna go with just 50 shares now. Yeah, now this thing's bouncing. All right, so $350. I will take that. 3 minutes in the day. Although, what is that? I don't know. That might be another good spot right there. I'm gonna get that alerted. 52 flush point, 1 minute. 52. Oh, missed it. Shoot. Well, at least I got alerted to members there. Now, what made that trade was the ad. I'm glad I added, and ultimately worked out very nicely. So if you like a setup, just always remember you have the you have the choice to add to it. If you what is that? Tesla 620. Tesla's so crazy. Tesla 622.50 flush point. I should give a little reference point here. I kind of probably sound like a crazy person right now. If you're not familiar, I do offer a private community. So that's when if you heard typing or hearing me kind of talking to myself, I'm just making these alerts right there. So right there was that 52 flush point that I ended up missing for the potential second trade there. In fact, on that note, well, it's sitting right at 52 again. Already made a nice little move down. Can it get more, though, for members is really the question right now. But all right, there we go. Like I said, less than 5 minutes in, up $350. And wow, mRNA. Just grinding right now. Let me get that alerted. Just noticed that I was looking at my orders here. That final 50 shares, I actually took a loss on those, which is fine. There's only 50 shares. I gave it a chance, but I actually got to stop thinking or talking right now. What is that low? Low 169.75. In there at 169. And all out there for a quick $260 scalp. Made that one quick just because I am definitely against the trend, and I don't care. This thing, I could see it pulling back more. But for me and where I'm at on my day, where I'm at, in order to just, I can't use the word guarantee because that's very not how the market works. But in order to give myself a very, very highly likely chance to had a winning trade there, it needed to be a scalp. So that's why I took the scalp there. But you all saw that play out. What was that? 3 seconds. So just, again, if you're new to my screen right down there, you can see the time. And the time shows the orders. So right there, got in short at 9:35 and 34 seconds. Got out at 9:35 and 37 seconds. So I'm not a math whiz, but 3 seconds. And then that equated to $261. And again, I'm not saying all this to brag, but I get it all the time in the comment section. Clay, what does your screen even mean? I feel like I'm looking at a video game. So just trying to explain how the screen works. But what is it? It's 9:30. Well, I was done at 9:35, and I'm up $617. So with commissions, I don't know. Let's just call it $600. So $600 in basically 5 minutes, and there it goes down. So of course the voice shows up. Clay, you idiot! Why did you scalp? Well, I scalped because I wanted to make it a highly likely opportunity. But yes, I get it. In hindsight, had I held, it would have, it would have worked out well. But of course, you have to remind yourself too. Well, it could have also pulled back temporarily, consolidated out, and then made another move to the upside. And then I'd be sitting here saying, Clay, why didn't you just scalp it? Why did you go for a bigger trade, you greedy savage? So I mean, in hindsight, you're always going to be wrong one way or the other. So just remember that as traders is if you use hindsight as the baseline, then you will always be wrong, no matter what you actually do. But yeah, let's curious SFX. Yep. That 52. Oh, it's coming back down, and there it goes. All right, patience required, but looking like getting the potential breakdown right there. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Like I said, for those of you, I like to do what's called the be done in 30 approach. Meaning I do trading because I want the freedom of time. I don't need Rolex watches. I don't need private jets. Now, if you want that stuff, cool. Go for it. Seriously, I want you to go for it. I want you to get it. Hopefully you do. But for me, I just like to do it for freedom of time. So I get it. $600. Why saw such and such make $6,000? And that's good for them. I'm happy for them. But for me, I don't need to, like I said, I don't want to be chained to my computer all day long. I have 4 kids, and I'm going to, work from home. So I just want freedom of time to do what I want to do. So I'm going to call it good. And with my be done in 30 approach, I aim to be done right around 30 minutes every day on average. So previous days, it'll go over 30 minutes. But here, it was basically a 5-minute day. So I'm going to call it good. And there's FI. Nice. Good. So congratulations to members that took that trade right there. And then also, before I go, if you enjoy these live trade videos, one quick request on my part, please hit that like button and just leave a simple comment, even if it's just a smiley face comment. Thanks, Clay. Anything, because that's what's going to communicate to me that this is worth my time doing. These are not easy videos to make because they are truly live. I have to think for myself. I have to think about what I'm going to talk and say to you. I have to think about what alerts I'm going to make to the members in the community. I have to actually make those alerts in the community. I have to then press the buttons to execute my trades. So there is a lot a lot going on. It would be so much easier to just record myself and then come back afterwards and then do a voiceover or post commentary, which is what a lot of people do. And that's fine to them. It could probably be argued that's the smart way to go about it. But I know from your feedback in the comment section, thank you very much, you really do like the nitty-gritty, raw look into trading. So assuming that's still the case and you like these videos, like I said, a quick, time-efficient way to communicate that to me, hit the like button and leave a very basic comment below. Doesn't need to be a paragraph, doesn't even need to say thanks, Clay. It could be a thumbs up emoji. Little things like that go a long way in telling me that my time is worth it to make these videos. And then finally, check out the channel as a whole. Lots of other live trade videos, lots of other, a good variety of videos. So hopefully you like what you see enough to hit that subscribe button, as I'd love to have you as a subscriber. But thanks for hanging out. Everybody have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.